it's Danny. Welcome back to Dine at Frugal. On today's episode, we're making a quick sausage and pesto pasta recipe. I found this in the Woolworths catalogue a couple of months ago and really enjoyed it when I made it the first time. So this time I'm going to share it with you and show you how to make it as well. I have made a couple of tweaks from the original recipe, but the recipe is going to be up on my website dineatfrugal.com. So if you want a printable version or you want to make this yourself, all of the recipe and the ingredient quantities are going to be over there. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cook my pasta following package directions, and then we can get on with our sauce. Okay, so I've got my pan here heating up, and to that I'm going to add olive oil, and oregano and parsley sausage. And I've taken the sausage out of the case and also just crumbled it up, and I'm going to continue to break that up as it cooks. Alright, our pasta water has come to a boil, so I'm going to go ahead and add our pasta in there. I'm going to give it a quick mix just to stop it from clumping together, and then I'm just going to let it cook for about... Now this is gluten-free pasta. You can use whatever pasta you like. It makes no difference in this recipe. I'm going to let mine cook for about 15 minutes. That's usually how long it takes. And while that is happening, I'm just continuing to cook our sausage. And you want the sausage to become nicely caramelized. You don't just want to brown it. You want to have these beautiful caramelized bits on the sausage. That's what gives it the delicious flavor. What I'm going to suggest is when you have finished cooking and browning your sausage, have a taste and see if it needs any salt or pepper or seasoning. My sausage, it smelled really nice and really seasoned when I opened the package, but when I tasted it, it just is a little bit bland. It smells really nice, but it's a little bit bland, so I'm just going to add some seasoned salt to it and add a little bit of flavor that way. You know, just make it a bit more flavoursome. I'm just going to have a little bit of a taste now and see what it's like. Could do with a little bit more, but it's much better. So hopefully you can see the beautiful caramelization on the sausage. That's what you want it to look like. You want it to be nice and caramelized. You don't want it to just be browned. The caramelization gives a lot of flavor, so that's what you want. So I'm just letting it cook on low for now. It's caramelized pretty much the way that I want it. And the pasta shouldn't be too far away, so once the pasta's done we can assemble the rest of our sauce. Also, don't forget to save about half a cup of pasta water. We want to use that to loosen up the sauce. The original recipe didn't call for it, but I found that when I first made it, it was a little bit too dry, so we're just going to use some of that starchy pasta water to loosen up the sauce a little bit and make it a little more saucy. Alright. Now that our sausage is nicely cooked and seasoned the way that we want it, I'm going to go ahead and add in some cherry tomatoes. And we want to cook those down a little bit just until they become a little bit saucy, but not too much. We don't want them to disintegrate altogether. So I'm just going to leave them in there for 3 or 4 minutes just to get them nice and broken down a little bit. Alright, so our tomatoes are broken down now. Admittedly, mine have broken down a little bit more than they would normally because I've used frozen tomatoes instead of fresh ones. So if you use, that's just what I had. I didn't have any cherry tomatoes on hand that were fresh, so I just used what I had in my freezer. Now we're going to go ahead and add our pesto. And I am going to use a little bit of our pasta water just to loosen this up a little bit. Sorry, my hand has been in the way the entire time. That's not very good. There we go, that is nice and saucy. I'm going to give it a very quick taste. Perfect. Last thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add our pasta. Last taste test before we serve up. I'm just going to add a tiny little bit more seasoned salt. You just want to season it up until you're happy with it. You always want to taste and make sure that it's seasoned the way that you like it. And try not, if you can, spill pasta all over your bench. All right, we're ready to serve. All right, so I'm serving up enough for Matt and I to have for dinner. I think we're also going to have extras as well. There we are. And lastly, I've got some grated Parmesan cheese for on top. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen again today. I hope you like this recipe. I hope you go ahead and make it for yourself. We're going to go and enjoy this delicious sausage and pesto pasta for dinner. If you like this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.